Man, in this video, I'll discuss relationship advice that you don't want to hear, but is crucial for a successful relationship. You are the leader of the family, whether you like it or not. It is very important as a leader to determine the direction you are going with your life. And you are responsible doing that for you and your family. And when there's big decisions to be made, your wife will look at you. She will give you suggestions like, hey babe, I want to buy a new house, I want to have another kid. She will give you suggestions, but she is waiting for you to confirm it, to take ownership and to lead it. You are her steady rock and her basis. So picture this, right? You are downstairs and your wife is joining you. But the first thing she does is start nagging about things like, hey, why is this not in a dishwasher? Why are your clothes still on the floor? What are you doing? Etc, etc, etc. Are you liking this video so far? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot and I appreciate it. What do you do? How do you respond? This is really important because you have to realize that she is just testing you. She is testing your stability. She is testing your emotional resilience. She has a lot of emotion and that emotion needs to be guided. So if you cut off the tests, if you react emotional, if you feel attacked, you start getting defensive about this stuff, then she confirms to herself that she cannot open up to you. Her emotions will stay closed. You will never have her emotionally open. And this is really important for you to realize. If you want to have a good relationship, you need to give her the safety that she can be herself. And you will recognize this because most of the time when this happens, for example, is before you're going to do something fun together, you will notice her to get really naggy about small things, and she'll really start to test you. And then it's really important, if you want to have a good night, a fun night, and in the long term a good relationship, is that you don't break character. You have to stay stoic and be in the moment and make sure she feels safe to emotionally open up to you later on that evening. And another situation where this happens a lot, it's also really the hardest one, because when you're not 100% and you are not feeling it that day, she will notice and she will test you. And then also it's really important to not get defensive. Even though you're not in a really good place, you need to stay and keep your character. It's really important that you don't get emotional, because like I said before, when you get emotional, then she confirms that you are not a steady basis and she is not able to open up to you. And she will just confirm it for yourself. So when this happens a lot of times, you can imagine how bad this is for your relationship. Another thing that is really important if you want to show her stability and you are a rock is that you keep to your principles and to your planning and to your routines. So when you have a routine, when you're on a diet, when you go to the gym several times a week, she will also test those routines. If you take notice, you will really start to see it. So when you're on a diet, she will ask you like, hey, I have this nice piece of chocolate, let's chill out on the couch and have a piece of chocolate. If you are having a training plan, she will say, well, I'd rather sit on the couch with you together, have a good time. And this is only to test you. She doesn't want to sit with you on the couch and have chocolate. She is just testing your stability. How stable are you? Are you able to keep your routines? Are you trustworthy? Are you a leader? If you break character and go sit or on the couch, we have this short-term, relatively good night, but you failed the tests and it shows her that you are not able to keep your word and that you are not stable. You need to take care of yourself. Come on, guys. Being married, having kids is no excuse to let yourself go. They are not the reason that you are not disciplined. So don't use that excuse. That is really unfair towards your wife and towards your children. Because if you look at the mirror, you'll realize that the problem is you and no one else. So a dad bod, guys, it's not cool. It's not hip. Your wife doesn't like it. Your wife just wants you to look fit and attractive, like you want your wife to look fit and attractive to you. Half of the part of the relationship is physical attraction. So it's really important that you stay attracted to each other and that you make an effort to be attracted to each other. So what you need to do is you need to stay clean, you need to stay groomed, you need to stay fit, you need to stay strong, and you need to dress well. Be passionate about something and have a bigger goal. Sitting on the couch, chilling around with a beer, a Doritos in your hand, watching Netflix, playing video games. Oh wow, that's really attractive. Said no woman ever. So make sure that you have a passion, that you have a bigger goal, and that you always make use of your time intentionally. So sitting on the couch playing video games is not intentionally. If you want to make sure you use your time intentionally, you need to have a bigger goal. You need to have a passion that you work on. And that is really attractive. And even more attractive when sometimes, not always, sometimes you put it above being with your wife. You need to bring the magic. So guys, when you come home from work, you start complaining, you start telling your wife what a rough day you had, that it was so hard, that you feel sorry for yourself. You want to be left alone, you want to eat quietly. Guys, what are you doing? You are bringing home shit and leftovers to the people you care about the most and the people that care about you the most. So next time when you stand in front of the door, make sure that you flip the switch and you bring the magic. You cannot be this guy that's complaining. You cannot be this guy that brings the shit and leftovers to his wife and children. Come on, man. When you get home, you need to be fired up and you need to be there for them. And when you do this, you watch what happens after a few weeks. In this video, we discuss relationship advice that you don't want to hear. First, you are the leader, so you need to be decisive and make decisions. Second, you are her rock. You need to be her steady basis, and she will test that. So it's really important that you stay in character and stoic. You need to take care of yourself. Having a wife and children is no excuse for not taking care of yourself. You need to be passionate about something. There's nothing less attractive than a man with no purpose sitting on the couch with a beer and a bag of chips in his hand. And finally, we had to bring home the magic. So when you're on work, when you get home, stop complaining about your work and bring home the magic instead of the shit and the leftovers. Guys, if you like this video, if it brought you any value, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm really curious what you think about this relationship advice. Is there something you can add to this? Do you have experience with this? Let me know down in the comments.